Okay, folks, let's take a look at our tower cam in Alexandria. I got a lot to talk about, so I may keep you for a little bit, hopefully not too long, though. So we got the clouds in the distance. Now, earlier we were seeing darker clouds, but that thunderstorm in southwest Rapides has weakened. In fact, I think it's about dissipated. Take a look at radar in just a second. And then over toward Leesville, we'll see a good bit of cloudiness in that direction as well. They've seen a few thunderstorms roaming the landscape. And in fact, we saw a severe thunderstorm warning. Potentially severe storm was around Hutton, covered the northeast part of the parish there. Stronger storms to the south of us, it looks like, coming back home into central Louisiana. Here's the thunderstorm across North Sabine, east of Converse there. A little something going on there in eastern Vernon Parish, not far from Leander and Pitkin areas, but that's not strong. Pretty good storm there south east of Lake Charles. That had a warning on it. In fact, let's do the alerts and see. Yep, still a severe thunderstorm warning across areas south and east of Lake Charles, south of I-10 in that direction. This is kind of just a special weather statement for this little storm across northern Sabine. And essentially that's about it as far as warnings and such are going for us. Let's check things out on a larger scale where we continue to see looks like this northerly flow is continuing. Now, once this time of year, even in the summer, if you get this northerly flow when it's hot at the surface and the atmosphere is unstable, you can get scattered thunderstorms, and that's been the forecast. Not really scattered. We hadn't had that good of coverage. We had about 30 to 40% yesterday. I don't know. We might have had 20 to 30% today. So, but fact is that that little energy overhead activates the atmosphere, activates that heat, and we get those little showers and thunderstorms. So the remainder of the evening, if you're going to be out doing some entertainment or some errands or something like that, still a chance of an isolated shower or a thunderstorm. It's unlikely you would get wet and experience one of those, though, but the chance is not zero. It's there. Going into your future cast tomorrow morning, no issues for your commute. Back home in the evening, once again, hit and miss, showers and a few thunderstorms. Probably not as many as we had yesterday or today. And then once we go into your Friday time frame, Friday morning, no issues for your commute there either. So let's go beyond the future cast to a larger scale and to the Atlantic Ocean, where we're seeing, yep, right there, you can see a burst of convection. This is associated with a new tropical storm, Gabrielle, in that particular area. But I also want to show you another little tropical wave in the far eastern tropical Atlantic there. Not much to it, but if you look on the coast of Africa and inland a bit, you can see a big system, big tropical wave about to exit. And so, as I said, the wave train has started. This was wave number 1. It's already a tropical storm. This is 2, and then this one will be 3. And let's do the tropical storm first. Okay, so over the next 5 days, this is the National Hurricane Center information package. So we see a pretty steady state storm moving to the northwest there in the near term. Once we get into the weekend, we start noticing a strengthening trend as conditions here in this part of the Atlantic are more favorable than down here. Okay, and eventually the National Hurricane Center expects this to become a Cat 1 hurricane as we head probably, I think, into Sunday, and if not the end into Monday for sure. This clears the islands, as you see, this track, but Bermuda may be at risk, and this, other than some swells, I think we're okay from the east coast of the United States and certainly in the Gulf. So Tropical Storm Gabrielle, 990 miles east of the northern Leeward Islands, is moving toward the northwest compass, heading at 310 degrees, 14 miles per hour. Max sustained winds are 50 miles per hour, and the lowest surface pressure is 29.68 inches. So it's just getting started. So Gabrielle should continue moving toward the northwest for several days. You showed that on the graphic, and expected to strengthen this weekend. Now, the other 2 tropical waves have a 20% each there. So kind of combine it into one graphic because it's pretty much in the same part of the Atlantic that might happen. So those will be watched as well in the coming days. So we're back into the 7-day forecast. Not much in the way of rain chances next 2 or 3 days. Only 10% there as we head into Thursday, Friday. I zeroed it out Saturday and only keeping 20% going on Sunday. It's going to be hot during the day, and temperatures during the mornings will be typical for this time of year. When we start to see an uptick there as a little bit of a pattern change comes in Monday and Tuesday, at least scattered showers and thunderstorms both days there. And then Wednesday, that system passes through and things begin to settle down there. But notice some improvement certainly there in the daytime temperatures, with 80s being the dominant numbers instead of 90s. So that is your 7-day forecast here for the area. And it's the one I just rewrote. Now go beyond this into the remainder of September. Above normal reading, it looks like September ends warm here in central Louisiana, as typically we see a low of 63, 86 for your high. And I think what this forecast is going to mean is that much of that above normal tendency will be in the minimum temperature, as we'll probably see a little bit higher humidity than is typical for the end of September and the beginning of October. So it may be driving this up higher. The departure from this maybe more than the departure from the 86 there, if that kind of makes sense to you. As far as rainfall is concerned, much of the area will be above normal, with near normal across north Louisiana, below normal for the Great Lakes, above normal for portions of the West Coast. So this is part of that idea. If we have above normal humidity, we may have above normal rain chances. And the number here is about 0.8 of an inch. So what this forecast is saying is that there's a lean toward most folks getting more than 0.8 of an inch of rain during that week of September 25th through October 1st, and a minority of folks getting less than that. Okay, folks, that's it from me. Hopefully I didn't keep you too long, but we certainly appreciate your support for SendLaw Weather. Nick Mickels will be back with you in the morning, and I'll see you around 5:30 or so tomorrow evening with my stream. Otherwise, I'll be in the forecast center writing and rewriting the 7-day forecast. And hope your Wednesday is